Wake the fuck up, samurai. We have a city to burn.
Ah, shit. Here we go again.
So a bit of a short one today and a bit of a weird one. See, I'm still super new to this, still trying to find my niche, but I like to make videos based on what I play as well as trendy new stuff. So look forward to a Battlefield 6 video next week, but I'm sure you can already deduct based on the title and thumbnail what category this video falls in, because I never truly dropped Elden Ring Night Reign. My first video on this channel was about my love for the Souls genre, titled Thank You Souls, and highlights my love for the games of the series and also showcases how I'm a mega loser and have a Steam profile showcasing my completion status for these Souls games. And out of these on screen, we're here to talk about this bad boy right here, which was first shown off at the 2024 Game Awards, so not even a year ago, and the trailer for Elden Ring Night Reign gave content creators, audience members, and Souls fans alike the closest thing to pure ecstasy. I remember reactions for this were off the charts, and I still to this day find it incredibly fun to rewatch those same reactions. However, big however, not even 1 hour after the showcase, articles about what this game really was started to surface, and feelings of holy shit, another Elden Ring game turned to fuck, what is this Elden Ring game? I distinctly remember Moist Critical, a fellow Souls meat writing enthusiast, to be the first of many to point out the potential shortcomings of this new game. Comparisons to games like Fortnite were being made with articles describing a system akin to that of a battle bus. What the fuck? Also a closing fire circle to create playable areas? Was this gonna be a battle royale? Character classes, loot tier systems, and 30-minute roguelike sessions were also being surfaced. And that shit just churned my stomach. I thought, dear God, was my last remaining gaming industry goat about to fall prey to industry norms? And wait, what's this? Our savior Miyazaki isn't directing this? It's a new guy? We haven't seen someone else direct a game at FromSoft since Dark Souls 2, a relatively hated game. I low-key love the hell out of it. Was Night Reign going to break their golden streak?
Hey pal, you just blowing from Stupid Town?
Kinda-ish, not really. In fact, the Elden Ring Night Reign of today ironically has a healthy core player base and is more or less a forgotten product to the masses and less of a, oh, remember that failure? But before getting into that, were the articles accurate? Yes. There is a map drop-in mechanic thing, and now, well, I'm not a Fortnite expert. I think I've played like one match, but this functionally is pretty battle bussy to me. And yeah, there is this bonk-ass fire circle that closes in on you each night to funnel you into a playable area. Yes, there is a loot tier system going from common to legendary. It's a roguelike. The sessions are 30 minutes long-ish. Your character resets each session. It reuses assets from previous games. I mean, the whole thing is pretty much just a package of reused assets. It relies on pinging for communication, but it doesn't have a filthy battle pass. And Elden Ring Night Reign is without a doubt one of the weirdest products released by FromSoftware. Everything I just said is in the game, and they're the same things that people read and actively groan at. And by people, I mean me too. Elden Ring is my favorite game ever. It is the most replayable magnum opus that is in my entourage of games, and I didn't want some stupid low-budget product to drag its name through the mud and capitalize on its success. I don't need it getting tarnished. You see that? Pretty shitty joke. But was Night Reign a colossal failure? Did it stay in the studio? Honestly, I think it depends who you ask, but from a pure statistical standpoint, Elden Ring Night Reign was successful. Good sales, good player numbers on launch, a healthy, consistent player base currently. From a consumer standpoint, the game is a flat $40, and they aren't selling any microtransactions, and all updates after launch so far have been free 99. And believe me, there's been a good slew of updates, weekly rotational third phase bosses, an integrated and balanced duo and solo mode, new endgame currency that allows you to buy skins, fragments, or other stuff, and this new depth mode, which is what sparked the video. All free, with more updates to come in a supposed expansion, likely to be paid. Okay, so frosting, sprinkles, that all sounds good, but what about from a gameplay standpoint? Well, I don't think it would have a steady player base if it was boring or bad, because while Night Reign is no innovative masterpiece, its combination of the Souls combat and leveling systems with standard roguelike mechanics proves to provide a pretty fun and addicting loop. And it is fun. I enjoy playing it, though I don't really play for more than like 2 hours whenever I log on. And honestly, everything I just said before, all the good stuff it's kind of smoke and mirrors See, playing Night Rain as a Souls fan leaves a certain taste in my mouth, a taste that I can't really pinpoint. It's like the boogeyman of FromSoftware's gaming lineup because, well, yes, it has a lot of positives. It's not a bad game, and most importantly, it's fun. The hard to ignore truth is Elden Ring Night Rain definitely deviates from the expectations that I and other fans hold FromSoftware to. This isn't their classic 10 out of 10 environmentally lore-rich, jaw-dropping, innovative game. This is, by all accounts, a product born to capitalize on the success of FromSoftware's previous game. And while it has a lot of nuance and fun mechanics, it definitely feels like a copycat-ish, not really treading any new water. I imagine that's why you don't see a lot of returning players, or at the very least a bigger player population. But that's not really the point of this video. I actually wanted to talk about how I'm happy that Miyazaki took a chance and greenlit this project. And I hope more companies take a chance like this. I think it's needed in order to keep a flourishing industry. But why? Why? Well, unfortunately, Night Rain isn't the best example for this, but from my perspective, I think the gaming industry needs more successful new games that aren't copycats of others, kind of like Night Rain. I say kind of because Night Rain is only breaking its company's mold, not necessarily a gaming industry trend. And I think a lot of companies are afraid to do this, afraid to branch out, because more times than not, these new games completely flop or have a bad sentiment which predicts a flop. Usually it's deserved, to be honest. Usually it's just some lazy garbage. And studies show that most gamers fall back on the same games that they've been playing for over 10 years. Think of Destiny, Siege, Warzone, or just any game you play right now. I think that's why gaming feels so dry sometimes. A lot of those games that we fall back on struck a formula that was new when they were released, and now other companies are just trying to follow the coattails and make slop. Most of the time, the byproduct of a game that takes inspiration from another is usually slop these days, and simply put, it's not as good. Funny enough, it's usually an independent company that spits out gold these days. In recent memory, games like Clair Obscur or Baldur's Gate both heralded as fantastic, innovative games. That's what we need more of. And Elden Ring Night Rain was FromSoftware taking a chance. And no, Night Rain is not reinventing the wheel. It's not the next game of the year, but what it did do is show us that FromSoftware can potentially make other successful IPs with their skill set. I think they did this to diversify their games portfolio, since right now, for all intensive purposes, it consists of Soulslike and Armored Core 6. I think they wanted to show this, and I think, Miyazaki probably greenlit this because he's like, hey, we can do more with these hands, and instead of just making the same combat with a little extra pizzazz to it. All right, well, that's all I got, a micro review and history on Elden Ring Night Rain, and hopefully it encourages others to take a chance, but it's probably not going to happen because the gaming industry is all about capitalizing on money and just kind of repeating the same, but hey, I don't fucking know, Anyways, yeah, see you next week.